say goodbye to this special space with me.
What's up, guys? This is Emma, the Urban Botanist.
So now I'm going to show you how to actually make your own awesome home.
Honestly, never wanted a pair of shoes so badly in my life.
Guys, if you're new here, my name is Emma and I am the face, founder, and creator behind the Urban Botanist. And if you've been following me for a while, whether it be here on YouTube or platform at the Urban Botanist on Instagram, you recognize this space. And I'm sadly leaving it this week. Oh, I have so many mixed emotions. I planted just so many seeds of growth here and truly grew so many incredible plants. My corpse plant that's literally the same height as me right now, like just amazing. I filmed so many epic YouTube videos here. I filmed so many epic virtual workshops here and made moss frames, and this was really where the Urban Botanist began, was in my little tiny townhome in suburbia, Canada. And while I'm so excited to share with you my next home, which quite literally was manifested out of my brain, it is the quintessential perfect fairy garden forest home. Literally, when I stepped foot on the property, I was brought to tears. It's an Urban Botanist house. I hadn't even looked inside of the house. I just saw the forest and the moss and the logs and the trees and the little trickling creek, and I was like, I'm home. And as much as this space has served me, I felt like it was time for a change. So I'm moving to Chelsea, Quebec. But I will save that for another video, so make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you want to see a tour of my new space that I will be vlogging, filming, and sharing so much more new epic content. Some of my favorite parts about this space was that it was just right off of the kitchen. I would come down here and have a cup of coffee and then just get right into creating and tending to my plants. It was so magical. Oh, look at these books that I have right here. These are all original encyclopedia of horticulture, all the way from A to Z. These were a gift, and oh my gosh, they're beautiful. And to actually flip through them, there's endless knowledge. Like, you best believe I was overwhelmed after even just looking through one of the books. Okay, another favorite little thing of mine in this space are my Lego pieces. Guys, look at my praying mantis, my blue morpho butterfly. This was easily the most exciting brand collab that I've ever gotten. Maybe not to date, because actually this week I'm filming for Amazon Prime and Lord of the Rings, a collab for them, which is just like, again, insane. But I don't know, it's hard to top the praying mantis Lego that Lego sent me and collaborated with me to build out, or create rather. So those hold a very special place in my heart. My actual blue morpho butterfly, like, come on, so beautiful. I have some like rosemary that is rooting and ready to be potted at my new house. Just a nice, cute little few air plants. I love air plants. There's just something about them. And I just find that in a white shelf like this, like, believe it or not, I mean, maybe it's not that hard to believe, but this whole entire setup is IKEA. Like, perfect. And when I was designing this space, I knew that I had to have a table, but I also knew that this table had to be removable. So I got this table again from IKEA, but I put wheels on one end of the table to make it just easier to move around, like to get it out of the shot. In fact, what I did most of the time was I would roll it. And if you ever did a virtual workshop with me, you know that this was the shot. This was the scene right here, which was totally epic. The number of people that were like, is that a fake background? I'm like, no, it is not, but it is epic. Anyways, it was just so functional. Like, I had all of these drawers are like cleaned out for the most part now, but this was kind of like a little garbage drawer. And I have some of my like decor pieces in here. It was super functional with how I had it set up. I've got like gravel and a whole bunch of, like, right now it's just a shit show disaster, but I liked how I was able to use this space really functionally while still having it be like aesthetically pleasing. Again, this was IKEA. I loved how like, you know, workshop-esque it looked with like my tweezers and my little shovel. This was the first terrarium that I made in this house 7 years ago, guys. Look at it, still thriving. Probably needs this calathea definitely needs a new home, but like it is fine. Just so cute, I love it. This was the very first little wooden sign that I had made. A local artist made this for me. I think her stamp is still on the back here. With wood and whimsy. I don't know if she's still doing wooden signs, but like I literally still love this sign. These here are Wally Grows. I have like talked about these for years and years and years because I love their products. They're made from recycled plastic jugs and they come in like all these different colors that are perfectly swatched to Pantone paint or to Behr paint maybe. Anyways, they have these like breathable holes in the front and they're super easy to like click off and click back on. How amazing is that? And they just look so cute. Oh, I love it. I used to have a really big Monstera here, but then I went away for the whole winter to Costa Rica and that Monstera was absolutely attacked and mangled by thrips. So I actually saved a cutting of it but replaced it with this Monstera, which is doing just fine. Needs a little drink of water, I think, this little floppy leaf. One question that I've already been asked like 10 times is how are you moving all of these plants? And the answer is very slowly and very delicately. Like this is probably gonna be one of like 4 or 5 trips. I do not want to risk any of my plants being damaged, any of their stems being broken. I've made that mistake before with trying to like transport plants back and forth from like home shows, pop-up sales, even just like my warehouse. So the hack for moving your houseplants is do it ideally in the spring or summer when they're not already going to be like slightly stressed out from the winter months and in a phase of dormancy. Also do it slowly and ideally do it with some extra helping hands, which I do not have today, but I'm taking things slowly. So I'm going to take these bins of plants and some of these, like, look at this, is a literal jungle over here. Guys, look at this. I'm gonna take as many of these like bigger ones as I can and like medium, like I really don't want to mess with my corpse plant. These I'm all gonna take with me. This guy I definitely am gonna have to wait till I have an extra set of hands because like the leaves are huge. So yeah, get some extra helping hands. Don't try to jam them all in your car. Literally just rent a car if you have to. It's totally worth it. And just remember that you don't need to do it all in one shot. Like where I'm moving to is almost an hour's drive away. So for me to break it up, I can't go back and forth multiple times in one day. Like I'll be driving for hours. So I'm just taking my time. Obviously, everyone's moving circumstances are going to be different. Luckily, I have about a month until the new owners move into this house. So I'm just taking my time with it. I'm watering every plant that I'm leaving behind today, and I'll come back in a week or so from now. Plant I'm the most worried about moving because it's so big and like awkward is my philodendron. I think this is a Vietnamese, what is it? I don't even remember the name of this. There's so many philodendrons now, but like this thing has never once had a single spider mite, thrip, like it's thriving. Like look at how it's growing. I don't know how I'm going to transport this, so I'm just gonna save that one for last. You guys, it's so weird seeing it empty like this. Still have to actually move the furniture, which is a battle for another day, but just so empty without any plants. It really goes to show you how much life plants bring to a space. So if you have a little corner in your house and you're like, what is it missing? And you don't have a plant there, chances are it's missing a plant. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart, whether you've been following me on Instagram, come to one of my in-person workshops, my virtual workshops, have bought one of my products, have seen me on TikTok, whatever it is that has brought you to my little corner of the internet. I'm so grateful for you, because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. Honestly, the Urban Botanist began as a passion project. Like, I never thought that I would be doing this full time and making a living doing it. So again, that is all because people like you support me. Your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your follows, they do not go unnoticed, and they truly mean the world. Let me know if you have questions in the comments, or if you'd like to learn more about how I started the Urban Botanist and how I've grown it 7.5 years later to where I am today. I always love chatting about that and sharing my insights. But anyways, this is the end of a very, very spectacular and special chapter, and I can't wait to bring you guys with me into my new chapter. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.